Hello folks and welcome back to Relaxing Woodshop. Of course my name's David. Fortunately Christopher can't be here this week, so you're just going to have to put up with me. So as of last week, as you probably know, in part 1 of our rocking horse, we cut out the first shape of the horse. Now, in between them we've done a couple more cuts, alright? But what we will do in this week's video is show you how we glued and compressed down the actual horse shape into position, and we're also going to show this week how we're going to do the legs. So let's get into it. Before we get into all the bits and bobs, I just want to take a moment out again to thank everybody for supporting us. We're now over 160 subscribers, which is just fantastic. So unlike 2 weeks ago where it was actually physically snowing outside, we're now sitting in what we would classify as a mini heat wave, because we're almost in the very high teens and the sun's shining. So thanks again so much. Keep the support coming, and let's get... Okay guys, so last week, as you know, we cut one out and then of course went through the shape. So we've cut our other two out. If I'm being honest, we did cut a fourth because for some weird reason it went a wee bit funny, so we'll use it for something else. But here's your 3 blanks. So the plan is, this is the base one because it's a dark colour. Then we have the lighter coloured one and then the dark coloured one again. So let's kind of keep them universal. So the 2 darker ones on the outside and the lighter one on the inside. So we need to glue these 3 up. Now, as of course, like all wood, you have natural bits of movement, and as you can see, if you look really closely, there's a tiny wee wobble in that. So you can never have too many clamps in a wood shop. We're going to test that because I have a lot of clamps and this is a very small area, but you'll be surprised how many clamps can fit onto this. So what we'll do is, let's do a fast mo and we'll get through all this very quickly gluing up. Okay, we touch base on what the wood glue we're going to use. I'm going to go for an Evo Stick Performance wood adhesive. The reason for this, it bonds quite well, it dries clear, even though we're going to do a lot of sanding, that it bonds quite clear and the set's very, very good. So we're going to try it out. It's clog free, so that should help me a fair wee bit. So glue up this, next one on almost like a wee sandwich, glue it up, next one on the sandwich. I don't know if you can see right down to the floor, I don't think you can. I have put down paper, lots of paper, for the reason being we will be using a lot of glue. I want every millimetre of this to be super, super glued up, so when we compress it, it'll all ooze out. And then secondly, it allows me, when we get down to the shaping of the actual horse and the style of the horse, that we'll want it to look as clean as possible throughout. So, let's get gluing. So, as you can see guys, it is more than 1 clamp. I actually haven't counted how many clamps there are, but yeah, we've really filled it up with the clamps there. So now what we need to do is, some people would leave that for 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, even a day. I'm going to go a lot further than that. We're going to leave this for a number of days to really let that natural compression take effect there and bring all the wood together. So what we'll do now is, we'll get onto the legs. So guys, on to the plans. Excuse the fact that it's just so sunny. It's a beautiful day, so I'm sorry if it's a wee bit darker just in this wee bit where I'm at. So I have the legs. So what we need to do now is, just like before, with regards to the body itself, we're going to draw them out onto the boards and then cut them out. But we're going to cut them out now on the bandsaw, just to let you see the differences. So let's do that. Okay folks, so just as before, just run the line around your outlined mark from the original cutout of the paper that you've seen. Excuse all the birds, but just because the weather's so beautiful, we'll have a lot of animals coming to life, which is lovely to hear, to be honest. This doesn't have to be perfect, just run it around because all of these are going to get trimmed down in sections. We're going to do them together in pairs. Okay folks, so as you can see, sorry that the extra helper decided to come in and walk about the place, so I don't like them coming in when it's too noisy in their wee ears, isn't that right? What do you think? Is that good? So as you can see guys, so this is leg 1, so that's obviously the back leg because of the large muscle at the top. So what we need to do is cut another one of them, and then we'll cut the 2 front legs. So let's keep going. So folks, there we have it. 2 legs have now been cut, and as you can see, they're very, very, very similar. Obviously, there's always a bit of sanding and everything we'll have to do. So that will be the back legs that will go onto the horse. And then what we need to do then is attach them, drill the 2 pilot holes, one for the big dial and one for the small dial. If you've seen in last week's video, Chris was going through the wee dials. So that's it. Now we need to do the front legs, and then next week what we're going to do is aim for them putting everything together. Well folks, that is right, there we have it for another week, so thank you so much for joining in the show. So yes, next week we'll be putting the legs all together onto the horse, and then we will start our sanding, which will be a pretty big job, but we should get through it okay together. So again, thank you so much for following us. Keeps getting friends to subscribe and joining in. Being over that 160 mark is just fantastic for us. So we'll look forward to seeing you next time on the Relaxing Woodshop. Be safe.